Blog Talk Radio.
Hello and welcome to the Friends of Kevin radio show. The Friends of Kevin radio show promotes businesses, nonprofits, and artists. If you'd like to be a guest on the show, send me an email to kevin@friendsofkevin.com. Really excited this morning. I got my friend Brenda with us from Hearts for Kindness. So a new nonprofit coming up that we want to share with you guys. Good morning, Brenda. How you doing?
Good morning, Kevin. I'm doing great.
So welcome to the show first, and we want to jump right in. How did Hearts for Kindness get started? Really cool concept you have.
Yeah, I'm really excited about what we're doing. And, you know, it all started becoming a realtor 19 years ago. I volunteer a lot. It's an organization that's made up heavily of volunteerism. And it really created something in me that was probably there forever because I've always said I want to be a Secret Santa all year long. That would be the ultimate dream if I could just win millions and I could just give money away and help people all year long. And from being a realtor and volunteering, it then grew into, you know, starting efforts of my own with the inspiration of some friends. I started doing gift bags for the homeless shelter in our community. It's just kind of grown from there.
So now you actually made this into a 501c3 nonprofit corporation.
I did. I had a dream and was woken up in the middle of the night to, you know, God just telling me, I'm not going to give you millions to make this happen. You're already doing it with nothing. Just go do it. Go make it happen. And I just woke up that morning again thinking, that's it. I have to go forward. And I started calling friends and just decided I wanted to make this a full-fledged, just positive mark on the world. And I have an 8-year-old that helps me.
Oh, that's cool. Well, that's really important to teach people when they're young about volunteering and making a difference. I didn't start doing that until I was in my 30s, and the first few times you do it, it can feel a little awkward. It gets easier as time goes by, but I'm finding now that, you know, the kids are being trained at a young age about the importance of giving back, and it makes it so much easier because they've always known to do it. So it definitely helps and stuff. We should probably take a quick second to talk about a 501c3 nonprofit. We throw that term around a lot on the show, and not everyone knows what it is. So can you take a quick second to tell them about it?
Yes, I'd love to. You know, I was so excited. We just received a letter on the 22nd of this month that says we are officially accepted by the Internal Revenue Service as a 501c3. What that allows us to do is when people make donations to us, we send them a receipt. They can use that as a tax write-off when they file their taxes in April. So it's kind of like my way of saying thank you for giving to us. Thank you, you know, that we can give something back to you. And I think that's important, especially when it comes to businesses, folks like myself that are self-employed. Those tax receipts can really go a long way at the end of the year, and it still gives you an opportunity to give back to your community.
Yes, absolutely. Like I said, for many people, they ask about that right away because of everything you just mentioned and stuff. So why don't we go way back to the beginning again, and what is the mission?
So our mission at Hearts for Kindness is to really promote community and hope, and there's 3 ways we hope to do that. One is through actual acts of kindnesses in the community. So, for example, a few things we've done so far is a quick call to action to our community to say, you know, one of the food pantries in the area needed plastic bags. Another example would be somebody that wrote into us and, you know, just has a friend that's really working hard to take care of a grandchild with special needs that just wanted to see some kind of kindness done for that person. And while we have to be careful where we put our money, we want to make sure that it stays local. You know, we're able to put together a little gift basket just to say, hey, somebody thought of you, and what we wanted to make your day with that. And then and the acts of kindness piece is endless, and that's what excites us the most. We also want to be able to offer some financial assistance, which we're revamping that a little bit. It's really going to need to come from a third-party request, like maybe your church or your doctor or a therapist. There's some financial need that can't be filled that maybe we can help with, small donations like that. And then also we want to make available some larger fundraising efforts. You know, people can go online and create their own, you know, donation locations where people can give money towards a special need or that someone's trying to fill. When they work with us, We try to fill that need, but if we raise extra money, we don't hand over a check, for excess money. So let's say the need is a wheelchair ramp on a house because somebody ended up in a wheelchair. If the cost was $1,000, but we raised $2,000, that other $1,000 would stay within Hearts for Kindness so that we can use that money to then help someone else. So it's kind of that doing an act of kindness, but then being able to pay it forward. So now we've done an act of kindness for someone who needed us, but now because of them, we're able to help others, and it's a way to pay it forward.
I really like that a lot. That makes perfect sense to me. And like you said, everyone gets moved by different things. In your example, the ramp, well, someone may either have that skill set that, hey, you know what, I can take a Saturday afternoon and go build them a ramp. I may, bring back a memory. Geez, I remember when we needed a ramp in our home for someone that went into a wheelchair. I didn't want to simply, someone helped us 10 years ago. We want to help today. So it is amazing, the power of the random acts, though, because you just don't know what people are going through. Sometimes it's a simple smile, buying someone coffee can really make a huge difference and stuff. So it's really cool what you guys have going on and stuff. Now you're going to do some larger fundraising efforts too, though, correct?
Yes. We are working on a lot of different things. One of the things that we do, I call them community calls to action, and it's part of our acts of kindness. And the nice thing is, it's kind of funny as a nonprofit to be helping to support other nonprofits, but that's one of the exciting things that we're able to open up for. So, like I said, we did, a fundraiser for plastic bags. I got one of the elementary schools involved because it's a free act of kindness. Everybody has to buy groceries. So everybody ends up with these empty plastic bags. Well, we had a local food pantry come to us because they go through 200 to 300 bags a week giving out that food. So they're constantly running short on bags. We were able to collect around 1,000 bags for them. 3,000 bags for them. Another community call to action, for example, was we worked with a local PTA to put some activity bags together for the holiday break for some kids, because not every family celebrates Christmas, and not every family has their child on a tree somewhere. So we wanted to make sure with a 2-week Christmas break that they had some things to do that were fun, so we got to work with the PTA and do that.
But that's huge, though, because, I'm involved in some causes, and sometimes you start to feel bad because you're going back to those same people time and time again saying, hey, we have a need for this now, we have a need for that now. So by able to work with you and to get outside of that circle, which is very important, and to bring in new donors and, let people be aware of things. I have lots of stories from being chairman of the food pantry. We had a gentleman come in, we thought he needed assistance, and he's like, yeah, I did 10 years ago, then wrote out a check for $1,000 to pay back that food he got. So there's lots of great people out there, but it's people like you who are raising awareness of the need. Like you said with the plastic bags, I mean, everyone goes grocery shopping or has bags from something, so you simply hand them to your child to bring to school. There's no monetary cost in that, but the power of that, putting 3,000 bags back in the pantry, is a real big thing. So
exactly. And, something that we're really, really big on and really excited to do is recognizing people that are doing acts of kindness on their own. It's wonderful to go volunteer for any of the nonprofits in the area. They're all there trying to do a good cause, and you need to go where your heart speaks to you. But sometimes people step out of the box, and I'll give you an example. Our Hearts for Kindness hero, Kelly, she was our first Hearts for Kindness hero that we've named. We gave her a nice certificate and everything. Kelly is making quilts and donating them to social workers to give to kids as they're being pulled out of homes that might not be a good situation.
Wow.
It's just to give them something that shows somebody cares. At this moment when things aren't so great, somebody cares. And it's just such a beautiful thing she's doing on her own. So we really want to hear stories about people in the community that are doing things like this, that we can share those stories and at the same time recognize them for the efforts that they're making.
Like you said, it's really important because I've heard those stories where unfortunately a child may be leaving an environment and they hand them a green plastic bag to put all this stuff in.
Yeah.
It's kind of really hurts. And, so like you said, anything that kind of try to alleviate that just a little bit is really important. So So let's talk about your effort called Commitment to Kindness 2015.
So what we're trying to do is to get everyone to make a commitment to kindness for next year. You know, New Year's resolutions, this is one that would be really easy to keep. I don't know about
True.
you, but I've made a lot of New Year's resolutions, and I haven't always kept them. But if you make a commitment to kindness for 2015, it can be as little as sharing a smile. It can be as much as making a monthly donation. We try to encourage people to keep things local. Yes, we have a lot of great, large nonprofit organizations, but when you start local, it stays local. And so by, organizations like ours, we're hoping to get people to either commit to their own act of kindness that they want to do, because we want to encourage people to just randomly do something nice for someone else. But also volunteering or making donations. We'd like to see that holiday spirit, that giving spirit that we see through the holiday season. We want to see that last all year long, and that's really one of our major goals.
And it's such a simple goal, too. It really is.
It really is.
I just came across a nonprofit that we'll have on the show next week called 52 Cans. And that's all they're asking, is that people donate 52 cans to the local nonprofit, local food pantry.
What a great idea.
Really simple thing, even if it's 1 can a week, But the power of that, because a lot of people think if they can't make this huge donation that it doesn't make a difference. And I always tell them, when we first started the food pantry, and we'd have those months where we'd have 3 cans of soup left, 3 cans really saved us. Because the worst thing that can happen in the food pantry is you run out of food. So, and like I said, it's a simple thing, volunteer somewhere, make a difference. And what you'll see from it is the person that you really made happy was yourself.
Yeah.
People think, I'm going to volunteer, I'm doing the right thing, and then they leave, and then they're like, wow, now I know why you volunteer every month. Yeah, it's an addicting feeling, and I think that's where it started for me. So now, you got any other big goals for 2015? Yes, we do, and it's one that I am so excited about. Kids in school have community service requirements now as part of their high school diploma. And they can volunteer anywhere they want and do specifically what that nonprofit is looking for. And again, all great organizations, so they all need help. But I'm looking for the kids that want to do something on their own, because now they've got an opportunity to work with us at Hearts for Kindness to create their own act of kindness for their community. It could be a beautifying project. It could be an anti-bullying campaign in their school. It gives them a chance to think outside the box and create what they want to see happen in their community. And if they can create an act of kindness, then they can create a service, or they can create a business. It takes limits off of them as to what they can do in their future. And I'm so excited to get started with that this year. It's just a chance to really, like we talked about, start them younger into realizing that they can step outside the box and just give, just do something for someone else. You're right. That is very cool and stuff. I really like that. So we got about 2 minutes left. How can our listeners help you? Well, one, we're always looking for volunteers. We've set up 4 committees, one regarding fundraising, one regarding activities, one regarding events when we're doing special events, and one for promotion. And honestly, promotion can be as simple as whenever we put out a community call to action, that you're going to share it with your friends, your families, your Facebook connections, your Twitter followers. Just get the word out there of what we're looking for. We always put a deadline on our call to actions, so that they're not floating out on the internet for 20 years. This is a specific need. We're trying to fill it by this date. And then, of course, donations. Every dollar makes a difference. And we have a sign for our donors that we'd like them to take their picture with that says, I have a heart for kindness, because we want to promote that you've got a heart for kindness, and maybe you're going to encourage someone else to have a heart for kindness. So how do people make donations, Brenda? The best way to do that is to go to our website, which is heartsforkindness.com. And you can't really screw it up, because it can be hearts, the number 4, kindness.com, or hearts, FOR, kindness.com. Awesome. Either way, we'll get Brenda, you to us. I really appreciate you taking the time to call into the show, and thanks for being my friend. Thank you so much, Kevin. Have a great day. Have a great day. Yep. Bye now. Bye.